welcome back to A Few Minutes of Design. This time I'm asking you to please picture this.
TipTut.
Hello everybody and welcome back to TipTut and welcome back to another episode of A Few Minutes of Design, 52 activities to spark your creativity. Won't do the rigmarole this time around. This is just a series of graphic design tasks on cards, and each week we come along and we do one of these tasks picked randomly from the top of the pile. This one is picture this. Look at the information on the other side of this card. How could it be understood at a glance? Using pictures, symbols, shapes, lines and or colors, as well as words and numbers, or instead of them, make the information clear and quick to understand. Okay, let's do it. The information is the most popular fashion brands on Facebook. Adidas, Converse, Puma, Lacoste and Burberry all have got lots of fans, millions of fans. Okay, let's do it. Let's pop this guy over here for now. Grab our iPad. Again, if you're following along, you don't have to do this on the iPad. You can do it on a piece of paper. Doesn't really matter. And let's take a look. So immediately I'm thinking some kind of comparative chart or something for this one. To make it a little bit more fun though, you might do something a bit more visual as opposed to something that's just, you know, a chart that's got levels for each one with numbers on it. And it's got a logo for like Adidas, you know, and a logo for a Lacoste, which is that little crocodile guy. That's a really simple way of doing it. Let's do something a bit more fun though. Oh dear, let's make it so you can actually see what's going on. For those wondering, the reason I have a dark background and light ink is because it shows up better on camera. So that's why I do that. So let's take a look then. Let's say we've got something like there's the Facebook sort of ecosphere, and inside of that there's like shares of this place being overtaken. You could have sort of a large containing circle, and inside of which there's like this kind of blobular system, and each blob would consist of a section with some information. Yes, then you'd have like Lacoste as this information here. You'd have Puma like down here, that's a little Puma, and each one of these like larger blobs would then be differently colored or merging into each other, that sort of thing. Alternatively, you could just have like a nice infographic-y style thing. So for example, if it was Adidas, you could have the Adidas logo, or Adidas, however you say it. Let's just bring up these logos. So you could have the Adidas logo in some kind of system with, you know, however many fans it is they've got. And then like a lengthy kind of like that. Now, this is fashion, and obviously I'm not sure that Burberry does shoes and Lacoste does shoes specifically, but seeing as lots of these do shoes, let's treat it as if they are. What you could do is sort of have like a indication of a shoe. Obviously, if it was Converse, it would look like a Converse, like that. And like the longer the shoe gets, the more fans they supposedly have. So if this were Converse, if we bring up the Converse logo, which is like the star, isn't it? So a bit offset, you know, it would say like Converse. It would have however many fans they've got. Like so, say Converse here has got slightly less fans. So what you do is you take the shoe and you'd have it be a little bit shorter, like so. And then you'd list all of the different brands, like so. Okay. Another way to do it, it might be, for example, like a shaded in section. So you might say a total amount of fans. You'd have, if it were like a fashion thing, so if it's fashion, let's say you have like a model. Yeah, so you've got a nice model, she's on the catwalk, just doing some stuff. Okay, let's just use that as a guide. So we've got a Now, whether that's an illustration of a model or whether that's like a picture, doesn't really matter. What you could do then is indicate via sections of color the market share for each fashion brand. And maybe this model's wearing a selection of bits from each brand, yeah? Let's pick some different colors just to quickly indicate what's going on here, like so. And then you'd need some kind of key, yeah? So you'd have over here, you'd have again the Adidas logo. Maybe you could have like one of these things, like that. You'd have the amount of fans that they've made, maybe some information about the brand in a box, and then you'd repeat, rinse and repeat for each brand. Something like that. That's just off the top of my head. One idea. Maybe you could have it on both sides of the canvas. What was the other one? Puma. And draw ourselves a little cat. So you can see here, I'm not really worried at all about what this is going to actually take the style or form of. It's more about getting those ideas down, about how to visualize this information and make it look a bit more interesting. In this sort of sketching phase, you're not worried really about the style of it. This is just to see how you're going to voice your imagination. So that's a good one. Picture this. I think we've done that. Obviously, yeah, I haven't done the actual numbers and things, but again, doesn't really matter. I treat these as more of a free form sort of thing. So that's another one in the bag. We'll pop that on the bottom of the pile and stick this back in the box. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Do hope you've enjoyed this one. Let me know if you want more of these. And in the meantime, I'll see you next time on another episode of TipTut.
Remember to subscribe for more tips, tricks, and tutorials. Thanks for watching.